Let's cross live now to political analyst Joseph Cheng, who can join us from Hong Kong. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Tell us first what you make of these mass protests. How much momentum do you expect them to gain, and how should the government respond?
Well, the government tried to introduce a Fugitives Amendment Bill, which allows Hong Kong people to be extradited to mainland China to face trial. Hong Kong people are very angry. They do not trust the judicial system in China, and they think the right to a fair trial is very, very important to them. But the government has been refusing to back down, and after more than 1 million people march on Sunday in protest against the bill, the Carrie Lam administration still insisted on introducing the legislation according to schedule and wanted to have the bill passed next Thursday.
Right. Do you think that's politically savvy of this government to do?
I don't think so. I think the government is wrong. I think the government simply follows instructions from Beijing, and it is not seen by the people of Hong Kong as defending Hong Kong people's rights. Their arrogance further antagonized the people, and this morning, a lot of young people gathered around the legislature trying to stop the legislature from starting the second reading of the bill, and which means that they wanted to block the passing of the bill according to schedule as planned by the government.
Right. You know, on the other side of this story, though, are the pro-government Hong Kongers who say these protesters are simply disrupting law and order and that police have responded appropriately. Just how divided is the Hong Kong public itself?
The society has been quite polarized since the demand for political reforms and the occupation campaign in 2013, 2014. Now that democracy has been denied the public and the rule of law has been gradually eroding, the people are quite divided and polarized. But on the whole, the march on Sunday was definitely very, very peaceful. Certainly the young people are very angry, and initially the attempt to surround the legislature was also peaceful, but the police now at this very hour is quite eager to clear the protesters,
right,
and violence is expected.
You mentioned young people there, and our reporter just a few minutes ago actually pointed out that what's particularly interesting in these protests, she says, is the participation of the business community, that usually people in the business community are happy to kind of sit on the sidelines, but this time they're out on the streets. What do you think that says?
Well, the business community is very worried because in doing businesses in China, they may engage in corrupt practices, and many of them do engage in tax evasion. So there is a distinct danger that they may get into legal troubles, and their accountants, the senior executives, they also get involved in these court cases, and they certainly do not want to be tried in mainland China. In fact, these businessmen, as you said, normally would not speak in public, would not like to antagonize and criticize the Chinese authorities, but now they certainly believe that it is wrong for the Chinese authorities and the Hong Kong administration not to respect their demand for a decent business environment, and they are angry that their interests have not been protected and not even being seriously considered in this legislative process and the consultations involved.
Joseph Cheng, thank you so much for joining us there from Hong Kong with your analysis.
Thank you.